Hello and welcome back to the stream. It's another Monday, which means it's another MonDEMOS, which means another collection of random games, demos, and new releases that have caught my attention, and then I'll be showing off a little bit. I've got a little bit of a backlog still to work on, so some of these games have come out, and they came out like last month. Most of them do have demos, and we're just gonna take a little bit of time and go through them all. But before we do that, brief shout out and thanks to
a new follower,
Vazric channel, who followed last night shortly after the stream, I believe when I raided them. So thank you for the follow. Anyway, let's begin. Just gotta take a moment here to set up, as it were. Alright, so the first game we have today is one by the name of The Signal State. So this is the demo version for the game. The game is currently out, but the demo is also available to try out. I think it's like a $25 game or something. Whoops. Okay, that's... Okay, so let me just double check here. The Signal State. Signal State on Steam is $20. It is a $20 game, also has a free demo you can try out. So the idea behind this one, as far as I can tell, is you're supposed to solve puzzles using a synth, like a modular synth system. We'll see in a second. So let's go. New game. Our machine stopped working years ago. No one knows why. Entire cities ground to a halt. So here we are. My radio crackles to life. You should be nearly there. Do you see it? Hold on. Yeah, I think I do. Wow, it's quite a state. That's where you come in. That farm's your home now, and it needs some fixing. Guess I should settle down and get started. Yes, you're not going to be alone for... You're going to be alone for now, but hopefully not for long. Oh yeah, let me just... Got to... There you go, timer. Go forth. Rebuild. Create the state of your signals. Or something. Hey, it's me, Miriam. All settled in? Yeah, but I'm not sure why I'm here. Okay, that's fine. Our scouts found the farm you're at right now some weeks ago, so we sent you out. As you can see, it's in a state of disrepair, and you need to get it back up and running again. With it running, we'll have 2 farms. We'll have more food, more space for our community. Okay, got it. Good. First things first, we'll need to recalibrate your modular rewiring system. You might have got knocked about on your journey to the farm. Ready to begin? What does it even do? All the machines on the farm are going to need to have their internal electronics rewired. That's your job now. We sent you out with your own personal modular rewiring system. With it, you can design circuits that will emulate the behavior of the broken components within the machines. You're going to hack and repair these machines so that we can get this farm up and running again. With it, we can produce more food and support more people. How does it work? It's easier if I show it to you. We have to recalibrate your system anyway, so the sooner we begin, the sooner you'll understand how it works. Shall we? Let's begin. This is a diagnostics test. To verify the signal pipeline works, connect SRC directly to both out 1 and out 2. Time taken, modules use, rack space use, cable use, total cable length. Ha. So you can actually do high score runs on this. This is your job. Rewire the circuits to repair the machine. Start with given source signals. Transform them, send them to the out sockets. This brief describes your objectives. For this circuit, you have to send the source 1 signal to both out 1 and out 2 signals. Use modules to transform signals. Connect them with cables. Click and drag on sockets to create cables. White sockets are inputs. Black sockets are outputs. Inputs can only be connected to outputs. Try now. Split takes one input signal and duplicates into multiple outputs. Press play to begin signal playback and verify your solution. Yeah! How'd I do on the leaderboard? Everybody got the C. 19,373. How do you get a higher score? It's probably like just do it faster. Excellent. Your system works perfectly. You're ready to begin. So what now? Start cataloging the machinery on site. Start with the simpler ones. Alright, I'll do my best. Power generator. The work begins. So what's the end game here? Why are we repairing this farm? We already have our current one. It's giving us enough food. Well, we have surplus food for more. It's more space for our community, for one. But I think we can do more than that. More? It's too early, I think, to talk about that at this juncture. Not everyone here agrees with me on the plan, at least not yet. Not even a hint. Come on, I'm doing the work. You're right. Look, for the past few years, we've subsisted just fine. But is this all we can do as a community? What do you mean? I'm talking about rebirth, about rebuilding. It's not enough to survive. That's all I'll say for now. Okay. Right. I guess the first thing to be to work on the outside power generator. Good plan. That looks like an Ellis Agritech generator. Should be easy enough to rewire. What's that? Corporation from the old world. Probably the biggest manufacturer of agricultural equipment. Rare is the farm without any Ellis Agritech machinery. Split takes in one input and duplicates to 4 outputs. The sum takes up to 4 inputs and sums them to 1 output. Use the split to duplicate the input, then use the sum to add the duplicates together. So I need it tripled. So 1, 2, 3. Play. Yeah! Good job. I suspect you'll deal with a lot more Ellis equipment to deal with on your farm. Is that a problem? No, not really. It's just Ellis Agritech is a name with historical baggage, shall we say. Care to explain further? It's not my story to tell. Okay. Getting the hang of it? I guess so. It's a bit of math, a bit of logic. That's right. That's all these systems are. A little bit of math, a little bit of logic. It's not magic. I'm just impressed human beings ever managed to make stuff this sophisticated. Well, what we really did was let a bunch of folks design this stuff for us. We didn't understand the machines, but we trusted them. We trusted their makers. And then, you know this part. The machines died without warning. We were left scrambling, trying to figure out what went wrong. And that's why we're in that state now. Yes, and that's why I revived our farm, and why you're reviving yours. So we know the machines as well as they know us. I should go do it then. So this is a cautionary tale about not having the right to repair. And also about having firmware-locked farm equipment. Out 1 receives the source 1 signals increased by 5 volts. Out 2 receives source 1 signal, which is intensity halved. Module catalog shows what modules are available for this circuit. Read the descriptions to understand their behaviors. Click and drag on any module to add it to the rack. Try it now. Add the attenuator module to the rack. Click and drag on existing modules to arrange them. Drag them from the rack to delete them. Try it now. Delete the sum module. Some modules have adjustable controls that affect their behavior. Adjust the bias amount until it reads 10 volts by rotating the knob. Knobs can also be adjusted with the scroll wheel or by typing in the numeric display. Try adjusting the value to 5 volts. Use these buttons to toggle between the module catalog and I/O panel. I/O panel shows the given source signals and the expected out signals you need to match. Hover over them to see the precise values. Analyze them, you might notice patterns. Okay. Signals are always limited to a range of negative 100 volts to 100 volts. Try solving the circuit on your own. Good luck! There we go. So because I was doing negative 50, it was also inverting the signal. Got it. Excellent. The generator is now able to efficiently route power to whatever systems are in need of it. Time for the next step, which is time to bring the machines to life. Continue cataloging what you have on site and what needs fixing. Some of them are simpler than others. You can start by getting some of the lights in the farmhouse up running. Is it complicated? No, should be pretty simple. Okay. Time to get the farmhouse lights on. The lighting circuitry is not too complicated. Some voltage levels will have to be altered to prevent blowing the lights out. That's good, it's been pretty creepy here at night. Well, you're right to feel cautious. There might be strangers out in the wilds, and they might not have the best of intentions. Yikes. Yes, bandits are a thing this far out in the wilds, so get to work. Okay, out 1 is source 1 and source 2 summed together. Out 2 is source 2 subtracted from source 1. Your system contains some functions meant for your convenience. You can change the speed of a signal playback. Cables can be color-coded for organizational purposes. Right-click on an existing cable to update its color. You can ask for hints if you're ever stuck. Notepad and oscilloscope modules can be useful for debugging and experimenting. Always remember that to read your brief for your objectives. Good luck! Okay, so I need to get a split, and I need to get a sum, and let's do an attenuator and another sum. Okay, so we'll do the split here. Actually, wait. Source 1, source 2 sum together, so I don't need that at all. So first off... Wait, I do need it. I do need 2 splits. Source 1 goes into this one. Source 2 goes into this one. So this is going to out to 1. Yeah. So that's going to be this plus this. And this one is going to be negative 100. And that's going to be source 2 subtracted from source 1. So this is going to be source 1 is going in, and source 2 goes into there. Yeah! Excellent. With the lights on, you should be able to get to work even done at night. I'm expected to work nights as well. No, of course not. I leave the choice up to you. The sooner you get the equipment up and running, though, the sooner we can send people to help you run the place. Some of the machines are going to need new modules added to the rewiring system. I'll let Gordon deliver them to you when the time comes. Gordon? You met him briefly before heading out. I'll let him introduce himself later. You see, I learned something when I did that negative 50%. I learned that it inverts the signal. Hello, it's me, Gordon Lee. That doesn't sound like a Gordon Lee at all. We met briefly before you departed headquarters. I issued you your modular rewiring system. Right, I remember. I sent a delivery drone over to you with some new modules last night. Did you get it? Yeah, you scared the crap out of me. I apologize. Just thought you might want the new modules fresh out of the workshop. Does the freshness make a difference? Absolutely not. Okay, what are the new modules? These are voltage control amplifiers, also known as VCAs. Are you familiar with them? No. Sure, VCAs control the intensity or amplitude of a signal with another signal. This other signal, the control voltage, or CV, is treated as a percentage value from 0 to 100 and is then multiplied with the input signal. At 0%, the input signal is completely muted. At 100%, the input signal is sent through unchanged. At any percentage between, the input signal has a reduced value. Basically, think of VCA like a faucet that controls water flow, except you control the water flow with another water flow. I don't get it. That's fine. The easiest way to understand them is just dive right in and experiment. Hook them up here and there and observe their behavior. See that value is the input. Don't worry, you won't break anything. Remember, if you're ever unsure, you can always ping us for some help. At each time step, Out1 receives a specified percentage of SRC1 signal. Percentage value specified by SRC2. Okay. Okay, so source 2 gives you the voltage. Source 1 is the one being modified. So... Okay, hold on a second. Let me look at this. Okay, I see. Right, because it goes from negative 100 to 100, right? In this case, the output... This source 1 right here, time step 1, is 80, which means that's 80% of 35, which is 28. Go over to this one, that's 100% of 50, which is 100, and this one is 0% of 80, which is 0. What happens if it goes negative, then? I guess we just invert it, too? Okay. Okay, I kind of see now. You can record a GIF there. Neat.
Great job, you're a natural at this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get at this.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We only just started.
You just said...
Hey, I just heard from Gordon.
Hey, I just heard from Gordon. Good work. You're well on your way to getting that farm back to its usual glory. Thanks.
Jerk.
The bond lights.
More lights to jumpstart. The barn lights are a bit more complicated. They have variable intensity controls for when the horses get grumpy, I guess.
More complicated?
Not to worry, the VCAs you have should come in handy.
Okay. So send SRC to out 1 with its intensity boosted by 50%. Send SRC 1 to out 2 with its intensity boosted by a percentage specified by SRT 2. Okay, so I gotta use the sum on this one. Click any time step in the I/O panel to add a breakpoint. Try it now. Signal playback will pause at each breakpoint and allow you to visually debug your signal flow. Clicking the same time step will remove that breakpoint. Okay. So what we gotta do here is we gotta get a source 1 to out 1 intensity boosted by 50%. Okay, then we gotta get a VCA. Source 2 goes into that. I want an attenuator set to 50%. And we're gonna add a pair of sums right here. This is gonna go to output 1. This is gonna go to output 2. Source 1 is going into here. And here, and then here. There we go. Ah, okay. I did!
Great job! If we find any horses, I know where to bring them now.
What's a horse?
Wait, you're kidding, right? I know you're born out to the collapse, but horses aren't extinct.
No, really, what's a horse?
I'm gonna have to lie down, I feel old.
I await your explanation of what a horse is.
Before we proceed any further, we need to repair the workshop's firmware programmer. Vital piece of kit for burning firmware on some of your more advanced modules. It's digital and operates with binary signals. The VCA is still useful though, you can use it like a gate.
Like a gate?
Remember how VCAs alter the intensity of an input signal based on another signal called the CV? Well, the CV signal is only ever at 0, 100 volts or 100 volts, then the amplitude of the input signal isn't really changed. It's when the input signal is either passed through without change or completely muted.
And how does that help me?
Oh, the VCA can function as an automatically controlled mute button. You might have an input signal that has someone watch its signal values, and there are certain periods. You can use the VCA to filter out just those unwanted values and leave the other values untouched.
Alright, let's try it. SR2 is a binary signal. When it's at 100, send SRC1 to out 1, otherwise send 0 volts. Oh, that's easy. That's real easy. Okay. Okay, so I need... Where's it? There it is. So take that, and take that, and doo-doo. And that's it. That was a... So, one thing that's really interesting about this is that it is actually teaching me how to use synth modules. Which is something appreciated, because I have a couple, like, weird synth programs that, well, they're kind of games, but not really, but they're synth things, and now that I know how this works, I can actually, like, make stuff with it, possibly. I still don't know how to do the actual source noises, like how to make sounds out of them, but I know how these modules are starting to work now, which is very interesting. There you go.
Simple enough. The real challenge with using VCAs as gates in this way is generating the CV signals. You need to generate a signal value that's at 100 volts when you want it, and at 0 volts at any other time, and nothing in between.
That one's actually not too hard. You just have to use a square wave generator. Can't wait.
Power regulators on the firmware programmer is a bit more complicated. It's a dual transistor circuit, so you have to check the binary values of 2 different signals.
How do I do that?
It's not too difficult. Just give it a shot, and we'll be here if you need any help.
So, SRC, source 2 and source 3 are binary signals. When they are both at 100 volts, send source 1 to out 1. Otherwise, send 0 volts to out 1. That should be easy, just pass it through 2. Alright, so show modules. I want one of these. 2 of these. And that should do it. Ta-da!
Nice work. I think you understand VCAs pretty well now.
I'm still not sure.
That's okay. You can always review these circuits again at any time before moving on to new ones. You can also try designing different solutions to those circuits. Create designs that are more optimized or cheaper.
Alright, let's see what we got next. Logic test.
Excellent. Now that the firmware programmer is working, we can get the logic modules working and give them a test.
Logic modules?
Oh, or and not.
No, I don't know.
Sorry, let me explain. Logic modules taking 2 or 1 inputs, treating them as binary signals, where positive voltage is on and negative or 0 is off. Then they output another binary signal based on some logical operation, either or and or not.
What do they do?
The names of the operations should give you a hint. For example, an OR module returns an on signal if either of its inputs is on. You can refer to this catalog in your module system if you need a reminder how they work.
Still don't get it.
Best way to understand is to try. Give it a shot and experiment with the modules. You should be able to grok them by...
Really? Grok? Dude, really? That's the first time I think I've ever seen the phrase grok used in this situation. Let's see, what was the exact definition of grok so I can give context there? It's like, to understand by drinking water with, right? Because of all the... Let's see, understand intuitively or by empathy. Empathize, communicate sympathetically, establish a rapport. What was it from again? Yeah, Stranger in a Strange Land, Heinlein. Neologism coined by American writer Heinlein in his 1961 science fiction novel, Stranger in a Strange Land. Heinlein's Compton, let's see, while the Oxford English Dictionary summarizes, the meaning of grok as to understand intuitively or by empathy, to establish rapport with, and to empathize or communicate sympathetically with, Heinlein's concept is far more nuanced, with critic Istvan Cesarski-Rone Jr. observing that the book's major theme can be seen as an extended definition of the term. The concept of grok garnered significant critical scrutiny in the years after the book's initial publication. The term and aspects of the underlying concept become part of communities such as computer science. This is the only time I've ever actually seen this get used, like, in something. This is interesting. He notes that the first intentional definition is simply to drink, but that is a metaphor for... only a metaphor, much as English I see often means the same as I understand. Yeah, okay, that's the first and only time I've ever seen grok used in a context like this. Interesting. Anyway. If source 1 and source 2 are both 100 volts, send source 100 volts to out 1, otherwise send 0 volts. So that's an and. If either source 1 or source 2 are at 100, send 100 volts, otherwise send 0. If source 1 and source 2 are at 0, send 100 volts. So that's and or not. Alright, God, what are we doing here? Okay, so first or. No, we're at the first and. And I gotta split. I need 2 splits. Okay, so this is going in 1. Okay, and then this one will be... Let's make it yellow. Okay, so that's the first 2 set. So, just pumping that through. Yeah, so that's all set. So now the third one, it has to be a not signal. Which means I need to... But the not signal only has a single input. Which means I need to do what? I guess this would be an inversion of the OR signal, huh? So invert the OR signal, that one goes to here, and then this one becomes a not signal, which gets inverted to there. So let's try that. Gotti!
Logic modules are really powerful. You're not just doing basic math now. You can change how signals flow with logic.
In what way is that more powerful?
Ha! You'll see soon enough.
Right. And that's the demo! That's a good way to end the demo, and perfect timing, too. Thanks for playing. Which is the signal state? The signal state is currently heading towards beta and aiming for release in Q4 this year. If you want to follow development, follow us at these places. That's incorrect information because the signal state is currently available. You can buy it right now for $20 on Steam. I believe it's in full release and not just early access. Yes, it is in full release, not just early access. So, again, go check this out because it actually is a good way to learn how these modules work. It might be a very simplified format for, synth modules and such, but it is actually like teaching me how they work. It teaches me how the different signals work, which is very useful when I have a couple different things that run synth stuff. There's one called Synth Space, which I was playing around with a little bit ago. It's a VR synthesizer program. The problem being I don't understand how any of the modules work, so I was just kind of hooking things up into outputs and making noises that didn't really make any sense. But yeah, with this, I totally understand how these different ones work, and it would probably be a great learning program just to figure out how these programs work. And on top of that, it also is just a fun little puzzle game. So if you want to do logic puzzles with synth stuff, check this out. That's currently available. But that is it for that game. That demo is complete. So let's move on to the next, shall we? Okay, I said that, but there is a new one here, so we're gonna try this. Like, I literally click the button and it just says, hey, optional. Radio broadcast system on your farm has a rather weak amplification circuit. You can try and improve it. This one is a bit more tricky, though. Okay. Distribute the signals from source 1 to out 1 and out 2. Source 1 is less than or equal to 40 volts. Then out 1 receives source 1 and out 2 receives 0 volts. If source 1 is more than 40 volts, then out 1 receives 40 volts and out 2 receives source minus 40 volts. Huh. Oh, wait a second. Is this... Ah, I see. So you do 40 volts there. So it'll always generate a 40 volt signal like that. Okay, so this thing's gonna act as my control, effectively. Okay, so what is it? Source 1 is less than or equal to 40. Then out 1 receives source 1 and out 2 receives 0. Okay, so how would I do this? What I could do is I could do sum. Okay. Okay, I think I know what to do now. So, I need to have this one here, but I also want to have a negative 40 bias. We're going to do a sum, right? Oops, no, we already have a sum. That's fine. Okay, so this is going to go into here, and we're going to have this going into here, which is going to output into this. So that's going to be... And we're just going to pop that into the oscilloscope just so I can examine it. Okay, so it's doing this, right? The signal's coming in. If it's less than 40... It's currently at 85, so let's go to... Which one's 40? This one's under 40. So, when it was less than 40, it gave me a 0 value, but when it's above 40, it's giving me a 100 value. That's perfect. Okay, so source 1 is less than or equal to 40, then out 1 receives... Source 1 and out 2 receives 0 volts. So... Okay, so take this away. So this one goes into here, and then this is going to be split. Split here. So let's take a look here. That's weird. It should be working. Wait, am I reading this wrong? If source 1 is less than or equal to 40 volts, then out 1 receives... Wait, source 1 is less than or equal to 40. So 47, getting 100, so I should be getting an 87 in there. That should be right. Oh, right, out 2 receives 0. Right, forgot about that part. But no, that doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I'm trying to debug source 1 here, so why is out 1 not working? Oh, wait. Am I doing it backwards? I'm doing it backwards. I'm doing it backwards. That's why. Should be a knot. Okay, that's correct. That's supposed to be a knot. Okay, so how do I get this to output to that one now? If source 1 is more than 40 volts, then out 1 receives 40 volts, and out 2 receives source 1 minus 40 volts. 2 receives source 1 minus 40 volts. Actually, this is just like that, technically speaking. But that's only if the thing is properly logicked in. So that's only if that's the case, which means, okay, so that's source 1 minus 40. So that's going to be another VCA going into that. With this coming out of here. But then this needs to be a control value based on if it's higher than 40 volts. So if the incoming source if the incoming source is higher than 40 volts, then more than 0. So I think what I do is I probably do a bias here. Oh, wait a second. I can just split this one out. I can just split split this one out, because this is... No, wait. Yes. Yes, I could. I could just... Wait, no, I could split this one out. So do this, and then that one goes there, and then this one goes here. This goes here. Okay, let's debug right here. What's going on with this one? Okay. Source one minus 40 volts. Or 0. Or 0. Or 0. So it has to put out 0 in this instance. So I think this actually feeds into another VCA. That's going to go in here. So this one's going to go into another VCA. And then this one's going to have a control. Probably another split coming out of this. So this one's probably going to have a control that's... So if this is greater than 0, it outputs 100. If it's not, it outputs 0. This one should do it. Perfect. So output 2 is now set. Output 2 is now set here. So what do I do with this one? This is 73. So this is output 1 is... Source 1 is less than or equal to 40 volts. Output 1 is source 1. So that's in this case, this is 40 volts. So it should be 40 volts here. So this should be setting 40 volts out because source 1 is higher than 40, but it's not. So if I change this around, so this is going to be going into a different setup now. So what I need to do is I need to... This VCA needs to go into... Okay, this bias is going to be 40. And this is going to go into another VCA, actually, which is going to have its own control voltage, and this is going to go into a final sum, which is going to go into out 1. This control voltage is going to be based on... Let me see here. If both... Okay, so what's this thing's normal output? Okay, so it's... Okay, I think it's going to be an AND. I think this one's going to be an AND signal going in. It's complicated. Okay, so an AND symbol is going to be coming in here, which is going to be if both inputs are more than 0. Now... So if they're both more than 0, then this is gonna be... Okay, so this thing is gonna receive source 1 in the case of... I'm gonna change colors. Make it green. Okay, let me think here. So what's currently happening is you got the input going into here. If this input, this split doesn't really matter. This is basically just jump to here. Minus 40. If source 1 minus 40 is less than 0, it outputs 0, and otherwise it outputs 1. Rather, yeah. If the source minus 40 is less than 0, it outputs 0. Otherwise, it outputs source 1. Okay, so this VCA I think is actually fine, so let's plug that in there. Let's just double check it. Yeah, so right there, the source is less than 40, which is fine. Over here, it's not doing it properly. So it's gotta be... Okay, so I gotta set it at 40. I gotta cap it at 40, effectively. Okay, so when source 1 is input here... Okay, so because this one is not 0, because this one is 0, it's outputting 0. So if I do a... Okay, wait, when it's under... So what happens right here is this is outputting... I can duplicate this not signal. What happens if I duplicate that not signal? So what is this going to look like? I don't think I want to duplicate the not signal. I think I want to duplicate this signal here. Perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So this goes into this one. And that should... Yeah! I'm so good at this game. So really quickly, I can just unplug that one and plug that one in there. Get rid of the split module, because I don't need it. So this is a very complicated setup. What's going on here is I am... Okay, so the original source comes in here. That feeds into 3 things. It feeds into this sum, which is decreasing the value of the source signal by 40. Then it feeds into this VCA. Well, rather, this decreased sum is feeding into the split, which is going into this not value, which is inverting the signal effectively, which feeds into the VCA, which makes it so that the signal is multiplied either to 1 or 0, depending on if it's below 0. That goes out into input 1, summed here. Then the split is also coming into this AND system, which is hooking directly into the main signal. And if both of those signals coming in are above 0, then it gives you 100%. If it doesn't, then it goes off, because otherwise this would be below 0 thanks to the bias negative from this input, which then sets this 40 to output at 40 for the sum, because the other one would be 0 at this point, and that leads in here. This one is much easier to deal with. Look at those numbers flow. Yeah. Where am I sitting on the leaderboard? Where do I sit on the leaderboard? I'm sitting in like 3,000 range. Yeah. Excellent work. You're beginning to get the hang of things. There's going to be a lot more interesting circuits to work with soon. Cool. Yeah, okay, so they definitely get really deep in there eventually. So that is, once again, the Signal State. Go check that game out if you're interested in puzzle logic synthesizer-based games. I imagine there's a lot more into it later on. Maybe it'll even make your own music with it. That'd be neat. Anyway, yeah. Now for realsies, on to the next game. Alright, the next game we have is the demo for Force Reboot. So, quick note here, this demo is not available on Steam. There is a Steam page for it, you can see right there. But it is currently available on itch.io, if you want to go check that out. You can follow them on Twitter, OST... Yeah, unfortunately there's no link here to the itch.io demo, which is very unfortunate, but hey, it's easy enough to find. Actually, no, it's not, because Force Reboot is not a good search term. If you want to follow the person on Twitter, it is... What was it? It was at IN404T. That's an I, right? No, it's LN404T, which is also LN404.itch.io for this. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Ooh, yeah, okay, I'm gonna check what settings here. PSX? Post processing. Oh my god. Full screen invert axis. Let's turn these both off real quick, see what it looks like. Okay. Whoops. Didn't want to do that, actually. Yeah, look at that grimy texture. Wait. Oh, come on. I just realized it's not showing up on the stream. Ugh. Okay, hold on a second. Might have to do window capture. It's not working. It's still not working. Okay. Change it off full screen. And yeah, no, that's still not getting captured properly. It's capturing... Yeah, okay, that's weird. Alright, let's do it this way then. Let's set this thing to borderless full screen. Where is it? It is Force Reboot. Set that to make borderless on display 2. There we go. Now you can see. Now I can't see is the problem. So I will just turn on display capture so I can look at my own screen. There we go. There we go. Problem solved. Hey. So I don't know if these were visible before. This is what it looks like when you don't have the extra settings on. So you can turn those off if so desired. So let's just change that back. And really quickly, just make sure I can actually look at things easily. There we go. Alright. Have to kick. Control to slide. Left mouse button to shoot, right mouse button to scope. Destroy everything. Ow! What shoot? What? There's spiked balls bouncing around. Okay then, that room's the rough first room to go into. Uh-oh. That wasn't... Okay, I think I don't know if I died from poison or something or what. Okay, I've got 42 seconds. I don't know what's happening. Oh, Jesus. I really don't understand how I'm dying so quickly. Also, let me turn the sound up. I turn it down a little bit from there. That should be good. Oh, I see. I see. So you have to kill things to stay alive. You have to kill things to stay alive. Got it. Where's the exit? There's the exit. Ah, safe zone. Good question. Damage up with every hit, but low gravity. Oh, right, wall things. Come on. I think low gravity is actually helping me more than anything, because it makes the enemies not float around so much. Ah, man. Is there a way to reload? There is. Okay, there we go. Okay, dash, but no explosion barrels. Reroll, but random damage. No explosion damage, but more enemies. Where? I'm gonna be real, I didn't use the explosion barrels anyway. Haha! Oh, man. Okay, so I kind of see how the loop of this game works now. It's... One thing I would say is that it's... a little hard to keep track of what enemy types are what. Ah, come... Just because there seems to be two different kinds of drone thing. There's an explosive one, and then there's a... Yeah, there's an explosive one, and there's a shoot one, and it's hard to tell which is which at a distance. Especially when it seems like the drone ones, or the shooty ones, can also fire... like, immediately upon you entering the room, which just chunks away a little bit of your life instantaneously without any real way to get around it. Okay, what do we got? Invert axis, more slow-mo. There's slow-mo? Okay, hold on, there's slow-mo in this game? What? So let's turn the FOV. Like a nice 100 would be good, I think. Also, that's wrong. It's control to slide, not shift. Wait, there's slow-mo? What? No, really, there's slow-mo? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Really? Excuse me. Okay, maybe it's the slow-mo when exploding barrels are fired, or what, something. Because it's not normal slow-mo, that's for sure. Okay, I think they only actually attack you from a certain distance. Damage up with every hit. Reroll but random damage. None but pixel. What the hell does that mean? Ow, come on. See, one thing I'd really like... Okay, so there's a couple things that are... The idea is fine, right? In theory, just like fast-paced, almost ultra-killy in terms of how the combat works. But there's a couple issues that I have with it right now, in its current state, mostly due to balancing and how enemies interact. First, that kick is kind of not great. Like, the kick is useful as a follow-up to your gun, or like you kick and then shoot, or shoot and kick, to kill an enemy that has 2 hits. But, generally speaking, there's no real reason to use the kick. The cooldown is slower than your gun's fire rate, so... Like, you only need if you need something that acts faster than the fire rate. But you get only one of them. And it doesn't knock enemies back, so you can kick an enemy, and then they'll just be able to hit you again without any sort of follow-up, or you can kick those barrel ones, and they'll just explode right in your face, which is not useful at all. So I would say, like, if you want to do something like that, just make it so you can actually either kick more frequently, or it actually sends the enemies falling back, or maybe does less damage or something, I don't know. Enemies are a bit too aggressive, it feels like. Like, they're 100% able to just constantly come at you right out of the gate. There's no chance to really, like, react to what's in the room. Like in that last death just now, for example, I slid through the door and immediately came face to face with a barrel enemy, which that's really all I got. I would say I would prefer the enemy spawns to be further back from the spawn room, because it's not like you're exploring through zones. You're very quickly just going room to room to room to room to room. So there's no reason to have them spawn at, like, locations all about the room. We can just say, okay, this is the room the person's coming in from, set everything else to be the spawn location, don't put it here. The enemy types are a little finicky to get a hold of. Like, I guess there's only 4, really. There's exploding drone, shooty drone, melee dude, and wall thing. Melee dude and wall thing are easy enough to spot. And then the drones are like, okay, you see the floating thing, and then you kind of, after a while, you can kind of pick up, like, okay, the bigger one is the explodey one, the smaller one is the shooty one. But it's still very easy to, like, at an instantaneous glance, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between them. Like, they need to be differentiated more, which is a little tricky when doing it with the PSX, like, super grimy graphics. Yeah, there's that part where you apparently have slow-mo? Like, what's up with that? Is there control missing that I'm not aware of? Is there something else? Like, let me actually, let me take a second here. Let's go to the itch.io page for this and see what it says, because it had controls listed. Movement, shoot, scope, reload, slide, shift is dash. Okay, so shift, you only get dash when it's actually active. Okay. So one... Oh, right. I forgot how I set this thing up. One last thing I would say, also, it's a little confusing. Like, it doesn't immediately inform you that you start losing health and you have to keep killing enemies to kill them. That would be a nice thing to know. As for the fast-pacedness, it is very fast-paced. I like that. It feels good, generally speaking, in terms of, like, combat and movement and stuff. One thing I would say, though, is I would prefer if the rooms were a little bit wider at times, because it doesn't give you a lot of room to maneuver with how many enemies are in there, how fast they move. Ah, God! Like, that was just a normal jump and I just died. Like, I would like the rooms to be maybe a bit larger or something, so you have a little bit more room to maneuver at any given time, instead of having to worry about fighting things in clustered zones all the time. Like, this room is not very large. It's barely big enough to get away from. And then I don't know why the dashes keep doing that. What? What? Oh. Also, those things suck. What? What? I shot that guy like 5 times. What the hell? Like, that right there is not great, because I have zero chance to play around and interact with that thing. It just immediately gets me as soon as I spawn it, because there's nothing else I can do. Like, it's... Come. Okay, then. I think what it might be is, it might be one of those cases where, like, your gun actually fires a little bit in front of where your body is. So he was actually outside of my gun's range by being too close to me. Dash but blind HP. Crit damage 10%, but every miss is damage. Extra life, but 20% chance of healing. Whatever. Huh, interesting. Got more health after that. So it's not actually healing the enemies, it's boosting their health. Those projectiles really need to go away after a minute. Like, this becomes untenable very quickly. Oh, come on. Come on. Ah, thank God. Shield but blind choice. More slow, no explosion barrels. No explosion damage with small enemies. Wow, this actually does not help me in the least. Yeah, it's definitely something like he's being in my range, which is causing that. Oh, come on! Oh, jeez, thank you. 20% chance, my ass. 20% of the time, it heals him 100% of the time. Alright, away we go. Oh, come on! Wow, that is a bad RNG. I hailed one of those guys like 5 times in a row. Oh, come on. Like, it's right in front of me. What am I going to do about that? Don't lose HP while moving, but low gravity? Oh, that seems like a good one. Where's the... Jeez! Everyone dead? No. Who's left? Jeez, those things move fast. Ah, come on. Yeah, that's all of them. Good. Alright, let's go. %20 HP but no explosion barrels. Whatever. Ah, jeez. Okay, we're good here. Yeah, this no damage while moving thing is really strong. There we go. Holy God! Oh, come on. Okay, where's that wall thing? There we go. Another safe zone. Yeah! Where am I? Around me. I'm number 195. Hey, hey. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Jesus, how do you even... Alright, so that's the demo for Forced Reboot. Or Force Reboot. Well, let me try something here real quick. Okay, so it's not while moving, it's just while you exist. While you exist, you take damage. Life is pain. Oh, hi! Welcome. So yeah, I actually had some thoughts about that earlier, which I was expounding on a bit. So, let me see if I can remember all the ones. Okay. Well, I actually found the one on my last run, which was, don't take damage while moving. So I was actually able to complete it because I wasn't just having my health constantly drained. So, here's my thoughts, right? Well, first, also, there's a... Is there a time slow in this game? Because there's a buff that said slow time slow is a bit faster, but also you what couldn't get barrels or something like that. Anyway, so my thoughts on the game. What was it? I like the general ideas behind it. It's a lot of fun to just constantly go through. It's nice and quick, just shooting galleries. Oh, okay. I gotcha. So I like the general idea. The flow of the game, the gameplay actually feels fine. One thing... Let's see. The drone-type enemies, the flying drones, are a little hard on occasion to tell, like, at a glance between the two different types. If you're, like, really quickly flicking across the room trying to spot things. The kick, I wish, didn't have... The kick, it feels like, only knocks enemies back if they actually have more health. So specifically the melee guys are the only ones that can actually get knocked back. I'd really love to be able to knock back the explosive drones, but, you know, that's it. Can't really do anything about that. Because you kick them and then they explode in your face. It'd be nice if you could, like, kick them back and then shoot them, or at the very least, like, kick them back and then they explode a little bit away from you so you don't have things blowing up in your face. Yeah, for the rooms themselves, they kind of have a good mix. Like, there's the mix of rooms is kind of like, there's the corridor ones, which are like straight corridor plus enemies scattered around, and then you shoot them, and there's like the circular ones. It feels like some of the time it's very hard to dodge enemies around the rooms because they're very claustrophobic at times. So maybe expanding those out a little bit in some cases would be better, or like decreasing spawn density in some cases. Also, speaking of spawn density, having enemies spawn directly on the entrance you're coming in from is not the best, because then you can very easily just take damage immediately upon entering a room. Like, especially if it's an explosive drone, you just walk into the room, it's right there, it just blows up in your face, nothing you can do about it. So just having it so that enemies don't spawn, like, directly... Like, I figure there's, like, set spawn zones and enemies spawn in those spawn zones. Having those not be active on the door you're coming in from, so you have to... Enemies will move towards you a little bit, would give you a little bit of breathing room there. Oh! Hey! How about that? Perfect timing, huh? God, there was another thought I had, too. What was the other one? See, there was the spawn thing, there was the movement between rooms, there was rooms being wider, there was another thought I had as well, but I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the health constantly draining is, I feel like, a little fast, because you can die in like 2 rooms if you don't clear everything out. So I'm not quite sure how that mechanic functions exactly. Obviously, your health goes up when you kill enemies, and at safe rooms you get it to refill, but it's unclear, like, does blowing random stuff up help? Does destroying other stuff help you? Is there a way to slow it down besides the power-ups? Because you can very quickly just straight up die. Okay. So that would do it then. So killing does give you more health back much faster. Anything else? I feel like there was something else, but doesn't... Oh, right. Now I remember. So here's a bug that you might want to fix. Oh, not that. That's not the bug. That's bad aim. Okay, let me see if I can find one. Oh yeah, this acid room also highly deadly. You can just die from jumping. Oh yeah, here's a little bug you might want to work on. Oh, it didn't trigger that time. Weird. For some reason, those guys, when you're up close, you can miss with your gun. Just like this. So, like, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, you're playing an old version I fixed already? Ah, well, there you go. I downloaded this, like, yesterday, so you must have fixed it just after I downloaded it or something. Also added tutorial on health mechanics. Okay, then. Well, there you go. Also, okay, so that really... Okay, then that's a bunch of my issues fixed, then. Only other issue I'd say is, for some reason, this game doesn't like OBS. What the stream is currently showing is a display capture. I have it on my second screen, and then I'm watching a display capture for the screen that I'm actually playing the game on. So I don't know what's going on with that. When I captured it in OBS, it just froze up. It showed a static image of the main menu. It was very strange. I feel like it might just be a Unity thing, because Unity tends to not like OBS for whatever reason. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's just... I appreciate the ability to just jump in and smack enemies around nice and quick without any extra stuff going on, you know? Oh god, that's... Okay. That was a little unfortunate. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how the game shapes up over time. So, again, for anyone who's watching, go back to the menu here. That is Force Reboot. You can check that out over on itch.io. And, yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, that's, yep. Full version for $5 when create 3 areas like this. At its current level of, like, enemies and gameplay and mechanics, I would say... if it's 3 areas like that, I would say $5 is probably fair. Maybe 7 or 8. Oh, 3 times more gun and enemies? 10? Honestly, I'd probably do 10 for that. Yeah, well, hopefully. Like, if in its current state, if you expanded out, like, 3 more areas and then had, you know, like, 3 different zones, let's say, not necessarily the same, like, map types, $5 for that. If you increase the number of guns and enemies, then I'd say $10. Especially if you have extra stuff for replay value and whatnot. I would love to see, one thing I would be cool to see is, workshop support too, so people can mod in, like, their own rooms. I don't know how much extra effort that would take, but that would be cool. Yeah, don't undersell yourself, though. It is a fun game. It's just, like, it's very, very simple, very clean. Just go through, gun down enemies, and check out what's up with that. I would definitely say at least 10, personally. I could do with that. Like, I usually... my usual metric is $5 per hour you can get out of it, or $5 per good quality hour. So if you can go through this and get, like, a good quality, like, hour or 2 out of it, then $10 easy. If there's a lot of replay value, then that keeps bumping it up and that sort of stuff. 80 to 100 abilities, yeesh. Well, as long as they're all varied enough to shake things up each time you pick them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would... just my personal feeling, I would say $10. So the abilities I get are weird. The ones I was picking up were... let's see, the ones I got so far were... remove explosives, but... Okay, I should qualify. The only ability I did not like so far was probably the one where it heals enemies on hit, because it doesn't feel like it's 20%. It felt like it was more like 40. Every time I hit an enemy, it's like, oh god, it's gonna give it more health, isn't it? Yeah, it did. It did. There was an instance where I healed like an enemy 3 times in a row, and I just could not kill it because it took too much health. I don't actually know what pixelization does. I picked it one time, and I didn't notice a major difference. It might be because I already had pixel on. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. I didn't even notice that. Come on. Alright, Double gun. Reroll the pixel. Alright, let's try it out. Because I got pixel. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, that's really good. That's really funny. I didn't notice that at all. That might explain a couple things, why I was having so much trouble hitting things. Oh, God. Oh, God. I can't see anything. It restores every time you hit? Okay. Well, thank God. Although at that point, there was no way I was hitting anything. Oh, my God. That's really good. Okay, that one's actually really good. Because I was like, what does Pixel do? I don't get it. And then it just, now I understand. I guess I was aiming too well at points. Yeah, I think that's basically everything I had to say about the game. Like, it's good base right now to work on, and as long as you keep adding more stuff and obviously fixing the bugs, but add a couple more things on there, I think it would be pretty fun to play through. Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for putting the demo out there. I look forward to the Steam release eventually, and hopefully the new updates that add, well, fixes, and also a bunch of more fun stuff in the mechanics. If you just keep upping, like, yeah, it's fun. Like I said, it's nothing, like, crazy over the top. Like, it's not high-flying super gun action, but it is just, like, nice, fast-paced, shoot 'em up, everything, kill 'em up. Only thing that kind of drags that down for me is the health, which is a little extreme, but if you've already fixed that a little bit, that's perfectly fine. And I did actually manage to finish it even with that, just by cheating, by not having the health regen at all. Having an option to turn that off actually might be good. I'm trying to think that just in the settings, just like a easy baby mode, no health loss thing. And then you can just turn off other things that would do that. So, like, you turn off no health loss, but you also don't get health. Yeah, exactly. And I think it does that perfectly well. Just throw on a couple extra small things there, like new guns, new enemy types. Make it so that, really, just make it so the drones are a little easier to tell apart, and those other enemy types are easier to tell apart. Just because if you're moving at Mach 2, you don't want to go like, which one is that? I don't know. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. So again, that is Force Reboot. Steam demo, not available yet. Maybe it will be. Who knows? Not me. Developer might know. And you can get the demo currently on itch.io. Yes, thanks for stopping by. This button will take you to the Twitter, which you probably will... Whoops. Oh, thanks for the follow as well. Just as a note here, you might want... Whoops. Where the hell is my mouse? There it is. Just as a side note, you might want to do something like... you might want to put, like, credits or something here, just so people know where to go, because follow on Twitter doesn't help when... I read out the Twitter name, but it's hard to find the name without actually going to it. That's just my 2 cents there. Anyway, yeah, thanks for stopping by. But that's Force Reboot once again, and we're going to move on to the next game now. Okay, the game crashed. Let me try that again. There we go. So, time to take the energy all the way back down from that. Here we have Non-Euclidean Chess from Manifold Interactive, who is a two-man dev studio. And I believe this is their first game as well. So, this just released in early access on Steam. So if you want to try it out, it's there. It's not that expensive. It's what? It's normally $8. Currently it's $7.20 on sale, 10% off. It's not a very expensive game. And it's just chess in a different form. I guess I'm also going to start playing all the different kinds of chess because I had Pawnbarian last week, and I've also played 5D chess with multiverse time travel. And I like different kinds of chess, okay? I was in the chess club back in middle school, and then it turns out the chess club was really more of a Magic the Gathering club than a chess club. But I still have an appreciation for the old game of kings and queens, Gambit. So let's see here. So we got, what do we got for our options? Created by Cole Ferguson and Will Bowers at Manifold Interactive LLC. Made in Godot. Contains assets from AmbientCG.com. Special thanks to all our beta testers. Join lobby. Alright, so we got... Okay, when it said standard chess, what is... Uh-huh. Alright, so board themes, you can change your board material type, it looks like, and pieces. Make sure that's in English. It's already in English. That doesn't make sense. From invert y-axis piece outline. Might as well turn that on. Buffer. Okay, let's do regular chess here. En passant castling in 960 mode? What is 960? Is that a thing in chess? 960, Fisher Random Chess, also known as Chess 960. And Chess 9LX is a variation of chess invented by former world chess champion Bobby Fischer. Fisher Random Chess employs the same board pieces, but the starting position of the pieces on the player's home ranks is randomized following certain rules. Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, so let's try that out real quick. Single player. Aha! Okay, the outline actually doesn't help because it makes them hard to differentiate. It's setting. Yeah. My God, that's awful. That is not an outline. That is a green coating. That makes it impossible to see. Controls. Click on a piece to move it. Middle mouse button to zoom in and rotate. Okay. So we got a knight here, for example. Knight is over in the rook position now. God, this is... Okay, that's the queen. Okay, the bishop has come out. Move this here. Okay, where's the king? King's over here, it looks like. So I can move this... Should move that too. It's a knight. Knight's moving to take my queen. Oh god, the queen took it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's awkward. Okay, so she can take my rook or my knight. Okay, so she takes the knight. She can't do anything. Can't do anything of that queen. That queen is basically a non-issue at the moment. This bishop can't be moved right now, though. Okay, bishop's moving to take my... Bishop's moving to take my rook. Okay, that'll move it there, so my... I move now. Losing the queen actually hurt a lot. Anyway, the queen's locked down. Let's see if I can move this. There. That'll get it taken by the rook. We're just going to be going back and forth for a minute. Yeah, get out of here. Nobody likes you, queen. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, it's not good. Oh, it's in check. Oh, the bishop's right there. This isn't good. Okay, I think I'm... No, wait, I'm not. It's not fully lost. Wait, what? Game over in 32 turns? Wait, why am I in checkmate? Okay, so the queen's blocking my movement here. Rook's blocking me here. King's blocking that. Okay, got it. Right. Alright, I knew that was a bad situation. So that's regular old chess. Now let's try out what che is. Like chess, but smaller. Playing chess. This is me. Okay. 2 unique players required? I thought I said to single player. There we go. Oh my god, this is... What? Okay. So we have che. This is certainly che. Can I move any pieces? Yes, I could. I can move only my rook. How do I take... Why can't I take... Oh. King was in check, that's why. King's in check there. There we go. This is real creepy. Wait, that's mine? Wait, no, that's not mine. Oh, that's why I couldn't take it, of course. Okay, yeah, game over, I did it. I beat Che. And if I wanted to, I could also play in 2D for a cleaner view. Okay, toroidal Che. Like standard chess, but on a toroid. What? Huh? How is this on a toroid? Wait, I'm a little confused. How is this on a toroid? Top edge of the board connects the bottom and the right to the left. Think of it like moving on a donut. So the only thing I can do is move my piece here. Oh, my king's still in check. Okay, I'm a little confused by that one. On an unwrapped Taurus. So, going by that, I should be able to move... Oh my god, you can. Oh my god, you can. The knight has sniped me. Oh no, things are getting worse by the second. What the fuck do I even do here? What the fuck? Is my king in check? No. Oh god, he wasn't checked because this was coming over here. Not big brained enough for this. Okay, that's toroidal. Let's try Chesseract. Doesn't even have a description, it's just Chesseract. Um... Huh? Oh no. Oh no. Is it able to move across multiple dimensions? Okay, so... Okay, I understand. I understand. This is just like 5D chess. It's able to move either across multiple... It's able to move 1, 2, and then 1 to the side, just like here. Or if you move 1 up, it can move 2 directions. It's like doing an L shape across multiple things. Okay, I understand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, I have multiple kings and queens. This is just like 5D chess. Do I have to kill all the queens? Or do I have to kill all the kings, rather? There's a king right there? So how do I... Okay, knight's dead. The one from there jumped across a dimension or 2 to kill me. Wait, what? Why did that turn into a queen? I'm confused now. Very confused. I don't even know. Pieces move across boards as they were a tile. For example, a pawn may, as its first move, may move the same spot 2 boards ahead. As you start with 2 kings, either getting checkmated is a loss. Okay. That's Chesseract. Now Cubic. Okay, then. Okay, there's no option for 2D here. There is no hope for you. You do not get the ability to try and do this in 2D. Perish, mortal. Okay, it looks like that's the queen to that position. This knight can move here. Yes. Queen's moving up this way. Okay, I've moved my king to this position. Queen to that position in order to, I guess, attempt to block me? This is this is really something. Also, the game does not like it one bit. The game is thinking very hard about this. Now, this one, I'm not sure why I'm locked to these specific locations on the board. It's very strange. Pieces wrap around the cube endlessly. Changing face on the cube count as a direction change for piece movement, namely for knights. Oh, so moving the knight. I see. Okay, that's cubic. Now growth. Grows outwards as you play. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Let me try that one again. So what you do is you place a piece. You can place down any of your pieces. And you can place like a rook. I have to move out a check. That has to be the turn I use. I could put a rook. Rook? How do I place? Okay, it's going to be a knight. So I could put it down here to threaten that king. Place a random piece. Oh, I need to move out a check, that's why. I could place a pawn down here. Another pawn can go there. And then I could put a bishop right here. Gives me a chance to take that rook. Place a random piece. Place a random piece, another rook. Like that. Random piece. Bishop can go here. Another knight can sit right here. Oh, God, I didn't think about that. Let's see. This can go there. I got the knight here to worry about now. Place a random piece, a pawn. Oh god, I didn't even... There's a rook here. That's not one of mine, so I'll put that right there. Random piece. I don't have any pieces remaining. Shit. Man. This is dumb. This one's dumb. We're going to reach a stalemate. That's going to happen. We've reached stalemate. Yeah, this is a stalemate. This is a stalemate. Interesting, though. And so growth, there also is endless, which I guess is just will grow forever. No winner, stalemate in 4 turns. So that grows out randomly. Interesting. And procedural, which, what's the one of this one? Oh god, you can put pieces over here if you want. Oh my god, look at this mess. Can I not? Oh, it's thinking. Oh god, it's not responding. It broke. I broke the game. I broke the game. It didn't like that. It did not like that. Okay, yeah, it didn't like that. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, it just it did not like playing chess with that many sides to it. Okay, so that's growth. Let's try slider. What's this? Chess on a sliding puzzle. You can slide a tile or take your turn normally? Excuse me? How do I... Right-click and drag a tile to slide its position. You cannot slide a tile back to where it just was. Uh-huh. So if I do this... It can't move there. Oh. It can't move there. My piece is too strong for it. My king is untouchable now. Well, no, it's not. This is very stupid. This is actually really funny. I like this. Oh, you can only move it one. Yeah, so you can't move across spaces that don't exist. This is really funny. This is actually really funny. I actually like this one a lot. Okay, let's forfeit that game. So what was the other option here? I think it was probably just small board. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you just get a little teeny tiny board that you can use. I can't move it back there. I see. Why can't I move? I can't... Oh, wait, why? Okay, so it can't capture across this for whatever reason. That's not right. Whatever happened there is not right. Uh, hmm. Okay, that's... I'm just gonna... This is breaking a little bit. I'm just gonna back out before it breaks too far. This seems like a good one to play, though. Alright, N player. N axis. Standard chess, extended with N axes, straight lines become hyperbolic. Oh. I don't like this. Huh. Why can't I... What's going on? Why can't I move? Okay, N player EX? So something's wrong here. I'm not able to move pieces on here for whatever reason. I'm just gonna forfeit this one real quick. Like, let me just double check. Standard chess. Single player. Yeah, it works. Okay, so just... For whatever reason, N-axis did not work. I don't understand why this isn't working. Oh, because I'm white. That's why. Oh boy, don't mind me. Did you notice they're getting smaller as they get toward the center? They're definitely getting smaller. They're definitely becoming smaller as they get towards the center. Something's weird here. I don't know what, but something's definitely wrong. Something is absolutely wrong here, but I don't know what. It's not just that it looks funky, because that's part of it, but there's something else going on too. Oh, man. Yeah, something's wrong here. I don't understand what. Something is wrong. It just feels very unsettling to play in that one. Sanchez put out on a square packing of the hyperbolic plane. What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? Chess on a 5-4 point card tiling, orthogonal and diagonal paths both branch onto many paths that don't loop back. Oh. That's why it was end player. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this one. And finally, chess battle royale. Chess, but board pieces are removed as the game goes on. Don't let your king outside of the safe area. Okay. My rook's gone. Oh, what? Okay, so that's how it works. So that pawn is going to disappear in a second. This is very unfortunate. Oh, there goes my rook. Oh, how long have you been there for? Where's the queen? My queen got taken. What? How is... What? Oh, hold on, what? Did his king... Is his king getting... Did I win? Hold on a second. I got a thing here. I don't feel so good. Lose your king to the border in Battle Royale chess. Okay then. Okay then. That's Battle Royale chess. And that's non-Euclidean chess. If you want to play chess that is only slightly easier to understand than 5D chess with multiverse time travel, here you go. Yeah, okay, so it's a little funky on the growth and slider ones, but the rest of these... Oh, and Cubic's a little funky too. The rest of these seem to work fine though. Just, I need a snack or something after that. I gotta go. I gotta stop. This has gone too far. This has gone too far. You'd think I would have said it would have gone too far to 5D chess, but no, this is too far. At least 5D chess was still Euclidean, even if you were doing time travel shenanigans. This one is just bizarre and not comprehensible. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next game now. That's Non-Euclidean chess. It's currently in early access, so expect more updates, more modes, more nonsense to have happening. It's currently available for $7, but it's also only $8. So if you want to get something to just like mess with somebody, this is it. Ugh, boy. I don't know what to make of this game. I really don't. In multiple senses of the word. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next game now. Alright, so next up on the list is the return of a game that I played many moons ago. This is Klang 2. Actually, wait, did I play this? I'm trying to remember. I definitely played this on stream at one point a while back. But I'm trying to remember if I also played this at PAX East before. That would have been like 2018 or something like that. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I played this game at PAX East. This would have been like in that weird like... Okay, so there's PAX East, which is normally the booths, and then it has the Indie Mega booth, and then there's like a little side area next to the Indie Mega booth where there's a couple games that are sort of set up on little TV stands. I think this was one of the games there. Anyway, it's been a while since, so I don't remember. Anyway, yes, this is Klang. It is a rhythm action game, and it's been in Steam. It's basically just been sitting on Steam for a while, but now it's finally out. You can finally buy it. So let's try it out. Best enjoyed with headphones. This is also a sequel, although I don't really know if there's anything much to sequel about. It's a rhythm game. Alright, display, dark, assist, display mode, full screen quality mode high, master volume. AI may call you after an arcade fight, off only for unlocked missions. Enables cutscenes and optional story content, skips all story content not crucial to progression. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, best enjoyed with headphones for good reason. It's a rhythm game.
Klang. Did they blind you?
Also, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna take a brief second right here just to specifically address anyone watching this. If you have photosensitivity, do not watch this game. I'm not kidding. It's a lot of flashing lights and colors from what I recall. They probably should add some kind of thing to reduce that, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, just don't watch for a little bit. You can listen to the music. It's got cool music, but don't watch the game.
I see. Well, burn them all. Fallen Klang, accept my eyes.
Created by Tinimations.
Now, Klang, do you see?
Yeah. The stage is set. Show me your mastery of rhythm. Wield the tune blade like a true Klang. Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Did it literally just say, show me what you got there? Fire. Okay, X. Okay, so everything uses X. Found you. Oh, dead bodies everywhere.
What a worthless performance. Not worthy of a sound lord. Sonus, we can't be silenced! We'll make you atone!
There's probably story things here. What went wrong, Klang? AI! The blade's acting up! Encountered ghosts again, didn't you, Klang? Yes, they still confuse me for Sonus.
Damn, the Royal Tomb Blade truly is cursed!
I feel like there's story from Klang 1.
I'll confiscate it for now. Can't let you use it until they're gone for good.
How will I fight without it?
I prepared the arcade, a virtual training arena. Hone your skills there until I come back for you.
Tutorial completed. Yeah. Welcome to the arcade. Oh. Set the stage. Klang is the aiming point. You aim from his position. This applies for both purple and blue targets. For arrows, you only point in its direction. Jumping and dashing moves the aiming point. Beware of the new aim point. Remember to keep an eye out for Klang's position. Unified symbol is the perfect timing. There are two types of missions. Story missions, which progress the story by unlocking tokens, and training missions, where you earn tokens by performing well in training. Missions are unlocked by earning tokens. You need 7 in total to unlock the next story mission. Tokens are earned based on your rank. Alright, so let's go with Endless and Artificial. How long is this? Okay, there we go. So, okay, so I understand the story bit stuff is there to add context to whatever's going on, but at the same time, it does also slow it down quite a bit. Because now I actually need to go through and unlock all these songs, and these aren't short songs either. Like, these are 3-4 minute songs that I need to go through. I probably shouldn't have picked the longest one just now, but whatever. Okay, I see now. Okay. I really wish I could get into some of the more fast-paced ones immediately to show them off, but I'm kind of gated by the story content, which is a little unfortunate. Jeez. Jeez, okay. There we go. Alright, there we go. That should cover me. I'm still at 88%, so that means I got an A rank out of this. Despite failing miserably at that one port. Yay!
Klang, there's finally a lead on the curse. I've researched ancient texts on tomb blades. The blade might be starved for spiritual energy. Satiate its hunger and the ghost will disappear. I found the perfect target, an evil spirit. Use the blade, destroy it, and consume its energy. Go to the mission room when you're ready.
New tracks unlocked.
Nice. Here? No. Okay, oh, it's a nice short one, too. It's only 2 minutes, 50 seconds, so almost 3.
Show me what a Klang is capable of. Destroy all who get in your way. Including those ghosts if they show up.
I'm fighting floating hands.
Baseline detonator. Got to rock and come on from the till down. Thou shalt not sleep, thou shalt not yawn. Featuring original, right? No reader. Achtung, man, a legend and no stranger. Style, your Super Ranger come very nice up, stay down. That is your Super Ranger make you jump and prance. Hold it on your knee and the dance. Hold it on your knee and the dance. Some say don't act shy, you mustn't get a blind. So tell them that your break up DJ is your hi-fi. And when they beer back then till their boyfriends goodbye. Keep on rocking on the dance. Now man can me say till you move your sing up, this is something on the dance. Till you move your sing up, this is something on the dance. You couple two, that you put this one span topper. Call it gonna for that you put on tweet at the top. They buy your round and fuck up the power. Black, come and say red pan, red come and say loud pan, black. You run on them the wire to the amplifier. And the cool lava that so you're nice off the area.
Yeah, I beat it. 94.25% too. Almost hit 95. Probably need 95 for a full S rank, but oh well. What?
Sona, stop! They're burning up!
Stay dead already.
Always be here, Sonus. A reminder of your failure. Couldn't save anyone. Nor could you kill the Eye. Such power. You're natural with the Toon Blade.
Exceeding all expectations like it was nothing.
Did you encounter ghosts?
No, I only saw the target.
Excellent. Come see me when you return. I got something to show you.
Yeah, mission complete. Oh, so close. Alright, so that's... Wow, that's not ominous at all. Klang, you copy?
Where am I?
This facility contains a small database.
I searched for clues on how to beat Sonus.
This is where you dug up intel on the ghosts?
Correct. You haven't seen more of them, right?
No, only saw my enemy.
See, it's working.
I made a small encyclopedia from the best info. You may check it out at any time. However, first I would like to ask you something. Got time for a chat? No. No, thank you. I will remember that. Huh? Just messing with you. Rather keep training, I see? Oh well. Come back anytime. We have much to discuss. Okay, we got new songs.
Let me go.
So let's try this one. Your enemy, Black Magic. Here comes the drop. Whew. Okay, that one got a little rougher at the end there. Still 3-star it. I'll do a you later.
Let me go. All my feathers fly as hell.
Let's try this one out again.
blaze it till the morn, smoking that sweets in the barn. Gon' do whatever we want, cut the vibes, get done. Chillin', all my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well. All my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well. All my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well. All my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well. All my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well. Blaze it till the morn, smoking that sweets in the bar. Gon' do whatever we want, cut the vibes, get done. All my fellas fly as hell, all my fish they hot as hell. We ain't gotta tell you why, you know damn well.
Oh boy, there we go. So, I realize that this hasn't been the best commentary for this game, but there's not really a whole lot of commentary I can give about it. It's a... Okay, so, ignoring the story bits... So, ignoring the story bits, it is just a very fun, like, action rhythm game, where you actually have to keep track of multiple things instead of just push the button in multiple times, which is why it's good that it only uses a single button. It just uses X in order to do all these inputs instead of, you know, any other number of things. That said, one thing that is kind of annoying is that... 18 out of 20, huh? One thing that's kind of annoying is that the new songs are locked behind doing more story content, and there isn't, as far as I can tell, there isn't really a difficulty adjustment. So it's like easy, 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 then hard, hard, hard. Like, you don't have the option to go play hard songs if you're already excellent at this game, or if you're an old person who's coming back and their save file is missing or whatever. You have to go through the whole thing over again. You can speed through it by just turning off the story content and the AI calls, but one, that feels like it's kind of missing out on part of the game if you actually shut down all the story stuff. And two, you still have to play a bunch of games. You still have to play a bunch of mandatory songs in order to unlock the harder ones. Like just as an example, playing through playing songs in DDR. Like, I got a couple DDR games on the shelf behind me for the PlayStation 2. If I wanted to play all my favorite songs from that, I just load the game on, go to the song I want to play, and play it. Very simple. Nothing extra I have to do. In this, I have to play through... Like, let's say I want to do one of the later songs. I want to do... There was one song during the demo that was really hard, which I actually did manage to beat at the very end. But if I wanted to play that, I would have to actually go through all the story content up to that point. Even cutting out all the story content, I still need to play like regular songs up to a certain level in order to reach that point, then do the mandatory boss fights to reach that point. And it's just like, it's kind of annoying that you have to do that. I would love... But of course, then you throw away all the story stuff. Like, the story stuff is in the game, and it's probably stuff based on the previous game, which I didn't play, but, you know, it's there. And the developer obviously intended people to enjoy the story as well. But I don't know. It's hard, because I personally, whenever I play rhythm games, I prefer having the option to do an arcade-style mode, where you just dip in, play whatever you want, then dip out. If you want to do things at different levels, you can go play, like, easier songs. Like, not everybody goes straight to Zephyr or Max in DDR. They start off with Butterfly or something else at a lower difficulty. Or Cowgirl. But I'd like the option to do that somehow. Like, if you have the option to do that, just go like, I want to play all the songs, just take me to arcade mode, so I don't have to go through the story and play whatever I want. Or let the story rock and just play through the whole game normally. Also, difficulty. Difficulty options are key here, because, like, let's say I really like Endless and Artificial, or Troopa, or whatever. Being able to play that at a higher difficulty level keeps me able to play the song if I like the song a lot. Whereas if I want to play a harder one and challenge myself, I'm stuck with playing the higher difficulty songs, but I don't have an easy option to also play them. God damn it. Like, that's cool. This part I really like. The parts where you have to, like, sort of keep track of where you're going after each of the hits in order to hit something correctly. Because you are flying through the air and falling and whatnot, which means that your position does change. And in those moments, it is at its peak, by far. Like the parts when you're just dashing across from beat to beat, just watching things change rapidly around you as you're flying all across the screen. Like, those are the game at its peak, 100%. Like, we're probably coming up to another one in a second here. Oh, maybe not. One thing I will say is very much appreciated is that you don't need to be perfectly aimed at the thing in order to know what you're doing. Like, as long as you're in the sort of general area, you're perfectly fine with your aiming. Which makes it good when you're very rapidly flicking things all over the place. Like, look. Yeah. So, control-wise, like, the game is great. It's perfectly... It works really well. You're able to very nice and fast and fluidly, like, do whatever you need in order to hit whatever points.
I found you a new enemy. Another evil spirit of immense spiritual energy. Legends have it eye contact can make you go mad. See you as a target only to destroy and consume. Winning this fight should be lift the curse completely. Go to the mission room when you're ready.
New tracks unlocked.
But yeah, let me just break it down once again for easy digestion now that I've sort of worked through my thoughts a little bit better. Control-wise, absolutely great. I love how, like, moving around feels. It feels great to do that, and when it's, like, in the heat of the moment, in, like, a lot of action, it feels fantastic just to be able to, like, do all the stuff to the beat. Just character dashing around, shooting fireballs, zapping things with lightning. Feels great. Just, I wish there was an option to go through the game either with the story mode with this gradual difficulty curve, or arcade mode and you have different levels of difficulty per song. That would be nice. It would be a good way to split the difference, in my opinion. Just, in this case, I guess the developer decided, because the game has been in development for a while, to just go for having the progression as opposed to the arcade-style buffet of songs. Just, I just wish that I would have the option to do both. You know? For the people who want to just drop into the game real quick and go, I want to do this song. I want to play this song at this difficulty. I want to beat it today, or I want to practice it. I want to get better at it. I want to get a high score. That's another thing. This game doesn't have high scores, which is unusual. I would have expected a score ranking instead of just regular letter rank. But I guess that's, again, another thing that's probably just in the developer. The developer probably wanted to make the game that is a rhythm game as opposed to a rhythm game that is also another regular game. That's how it feels to me. Sort of like how, I don't know, how you would say, Everhood kind of is. It is a rhythm game, but it is primarily an RPG that has rhythm game elements. Like, this is an action game that more heavily is towards the rhythm game side, but it's still more like 60-40 action game, rhythm game. Whereas, I guess if it was the other way around, it would be, you'd have the thing, and then you have, like, maybe story cutscenes afterwards, but they're all kind of disconnected or whatever. Kind of like Unbeatable, I guess. The way Unbeatable does it, where each of the songs has like a little story segment sort of attached to it, but they're sort of disconnected at times, and it's primarily a rhythm game, and you have a sort of thing. Like, actually, Unbeatable is kind of how I would prefer this kind of game to go. Although, you know, it's up to the developer. So, if that's what you're looking for in a rhythm game, Klang 2. Let me actually go to the main menu here. So again, that is Klang 2. That said, there is you probably should play the first game. There is a bundle on the Steam's page, which, let's see, Klang 2 is normally it's normally $15, on sale 10% off for $13.49. If you get Klang and Klang 2, it's $21, normally $25. So, give it a shot if you're interested. I thought I already owned Klang. Okay, wait, I'm not logged in on my browser, that's why. Anyway, yeah. That is a game to take a look at if you're interested in the game. If you're interested in rhythm games with a little bit more story, go behind them. Like, just as an example, this demo right here. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to be able to just hop in on at any given time. And the music's fun, too. It's got good beats to it. It's like a nice little thing just to play. Me personally, I would have preferred having a buffet option as well. That's my only 2 cents there. Anyway, do I have time for another game? I might not. All the games I have left are pretty long. So I'll also leave that as the final one for today. So while that's playing, let's just go over what we went through today. While the music's rocking in the background. Right, so we had the Signal State, which is a very fun little sort of synth-based puzzle game, currently out, available, also has a demo. Force Reboot, which is all about fast-paced shooting, has a demo currently available on itch.io, so check that out. Also, it's updated from when I played it. Non-Euclidean Chess does not have a demo. It's currently in early access, but it's fairly cheap. If you want to play chess, give that a shot. And finally, Klang 2. Let me check something here. Does Klang 2, does this have a demo? Because I had the demo from the developer's Discord. It does have a demo, actually. So if you want to try out Klang 2, go check that out. It's got a demo on Steam. So that's where I'm going to leave that for today. As always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the games with me. I'll be back next week with more demos, more freshly released games. Got a whole bunch to still chuck through. A lot of them are fairly long, so I'm just going to leave those to another week. And, yeah, tomorrow is more Inscription. Maybe we'll beat the game. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.